let's talk about the mechanics, if you will, of being the family scapegoat and what that looks like. Hello, my name is Lindsey Latham. I used to be the family scapegoat, and now I'm on the other side of it. And boy, is it something to look at. So being the family scapegoat means, in case you're here and you don't know what that means, it means that the people in your family blame you for everything instead of looking within. So everything has been blamed on you. Everything. I have recently watched my sister try to blame me for her not wanting me to do laundry at her house. She said this out loud to my 5-year-old son, that I couldn't do laundry at her house because of the detergent that I use. I don't give a shit about detergent. She knows that. The truth is that she is OCD and she is a germaphobe, and she doesn't want me using her laundry facilities because of germs. That's the truth. It has nothing to do with laundry detergent. So that is just a very small example of very minute, but it can also show you how small and insignificant the things that get blamed on to the family scapegoat. Also, there is this, and this comes from my mother. I'm calling everybody out in this video. I don't care, because I'm fucking sick of it. And if I'm going to continue to allow my child to be around family, then this shit has got to stop. If you're the family scapegoat, the people who are scapegoating you expect you to act a certain way in order to keep them comfortable, no matter where it is. And I watched this happen a couple of weeks ago with my nephew that was visiting. My mother expected my sister to medicate her son, my nephew, in order for him to act a certain way so she was comfortable. And I called her out in the moment. I said, Mom, you can't expect people to medicate themselves in order to have you be comfortable. And then she said to me, well, don't you think he is uncomfortable? Talking about my nephew. And I had just spent an hour and a half, probably, outside on a walk with my son and my nephew. And no, he was not uncomfortable. So I said, no, I don't think that he is uncomfortable. So do you see the patterns here? And I'm the youngest. The closest in age to me and my sisters is 9 years older than me. So by the time I was getting into adolescence, my sisters were out of the house, and I was very isolated. But also having that conversation about my nephew made a ding-dong thing go off in my brain. And I think it made one go off in hers too, but will we ever know? I don't know. I was a heavy drug user for a very long time. And there was some severe sexual abuse attached to that. But then it makes me wonder, was I using to, in some unconscious way, act a certain way to appease the family unit? The answer to that is yes. I'm saying it out loud and it almost seems stupid for me not to get it. I would be an idiot not to see that. So, these are just things that I'm noticing and realizing and healing as I grow and ascend more deeply into my own authenticity, devoid of what a narcissistic family, toxic family unit imposes on to my energy. I have decided I'm not putting up with that shit anymore. So I started setting boundaries. Setting boundaries. Not allowing people to move me around to make themselves comfortable. Not allowing my sisters to use my things, but them not allow me to use theirs. That was another big one. My sister expected to be able to use my car, stay in my place, invade my space, treat my stuff like shit, while she treats her stuff like it's this holy, godly things. It's like, no, excuse me. You treat other people's stuff the way that you treat your own stuff. That was a little bit what I started to notice at first. And then, I mean, no, you're not using my car. You wouldn't let me use your car. Why in the fuck would I let you use my shit? This is how the family scapegoat gets treated. It's how I've been treated my whole life. People taking from my energy and not giving back in return, or it's not balanced. And it's very scary because I trust no one in my family. No one, not completely. I can't. I trusted my father. He died 6 years ago, 7 years ago. So, and I also feel like I can't talk about anything because, or anything exciting that's going on in my life, because nobody's truly happy for me. They actually hate me for it. And it seems like if I'm excited about something and I talk about it, it ends up not happening because they know about it, which I've been working on removing that because I'm done with that shit. I'm not going to not be excited about stuff and talk just because these people cannot look within and figure out why in the fuck they hate me for succeeding when my whole life that's all that they've wanted me to do. Get off drugs, get my shit together, yada, yada, yada. So now that I finally do that, there's no excitement. There's no acceptance. There's animosity, hatred, jealousy. It make it make sense. People, please, make it make sense. And this is only on my mother's side of the family. Was the family scapegoat on my father's side of the family too. And that's a whole other scenario and really sad. It's sad how toxic. And you know what? I can be hated. It's okay. I can be hated by family because I can create new family. People who actually love and appreciate me and see how beautiful, authentic, and how hard I worked to get to where I am. And the reason that I am the way that I am is to help others look within and find the freedom for themselves, not to be better than anybody, which is how it's often perceived. My energy is often perceived as that, when that is just a projection of someone else's limitations. Anyway, I gotta go. Have a beautiful day. Bye.